Hi, it's Linda from Celebration Moments, and today I'm going to show you how to make this really pretty pleated edge on the edge of a scrapbook page. It's very dimensional. I actually have two pleated edges here, and you can see I have it raised up. For this particular design, I've cut strips of paper 1 3/4 inches wide, and this is designer paper. This is not cardstock. It's just very thin. If you have a 12-inch personal trimmer, pull the arm out on your trimmer. And what we're going to do is, with the edge of our bone folder, not the point, but the edge, we're going to make very, very light creases in our designer paper at 1-inch intervals. And you can just slide your paper along to the 3-inch mark and so forth, 4-inch. Five-inch is a little tricky. They have a nice straight line down here, so you can just slide it down there to the 5-inch mark. Then we'll slide it back up, keeping it straight up to the 6 inches. And we're going to do this the whole length of the 12-inch piece of designer paper. Your paper doesn't have to be 12 inches for what we're doing, because we're going to be taping pieces together. What's important is that you want all the strips that you are going to be taping together to be 1 3/4 inches. And if you're taking the class, or if you've ordered a kit from me for this butterfly wings class, your strips of paper will already be cut. So we'll set that aside. And you can see I have all these very light creases on the back of my close to my heart designer paper. What you're going to do is take your first crease, your little fold that you have there, and crease it towards you. It's a mountain fold. For this very first one, we're going to crease it again, this time making a valley fold. So now we have one mountain fold and one valley fold. And take that valley fold and count that. We're going to count 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, start that again. We have that valley fold. 1, 2, 3, that's right, and then fold up again. I was right, and fold up. The very next crease, make that a valley fold again, keeping the edges of your designer paper straight. And then you can count 1, 2, 3. That gets folded up towards you into a mountain. And the next one's a valley. And we're doing this all the way through. This is my third one. And then my last one. Don't cut that tab off. Now you're going to take your two strips and flip them over. Put a piece of tape on the back. And take your tape and fold it over the edges. And it really doesn't matter that it shows in the front, because nobody's going to see that. Okay. I'm going to start folding again. As you do this, to make it a little easier so it doesn't keep flapping around on you, you can turn it over, and you can run a little tape runner on the back, and I would do this after you have your initial creases in and after you have the flow of how you're going to do this. And you don't need a lot of tape on the back of that. I just have a smidgen of tape on the back of that just to hold it in place. Okay. After you have this whole strip folded, you can go back and stick in a little more tape if you want, if it's not holding where you want it to hold. But you don't tape the front quite yet. Leave that floppy like that. And what you're going to do is take some foam squares, and I love the Close to My Heart 3D foam squares. You get different sizes, and you get a lot of these foam squares. So you peel one of the foam squares off of the pad, stick it under your fold, peel off that little piece of protective paper, not sticky on both sides, and then crease that down. You see how that adds dimension? And you're going to do that all the way down. When you attach it to the top of your page, and you have all your pieces to the right length, when you get to your bottom fold, that's when you can cut it off at the very bottom. I'm going to follow the same technique for the pink, except on the pink, I did not use the foam squares. You can see the foam squares underneath here, but on the pink I didn't use the foam squares. The ribbon is just taped on the back, just regular Scotch tape, however you want to do it. And then the two pieces are thread through this button and tied in a knot. The satin ribbon is then put through the same way, just taped on the back a little bit, brought around through the front, through the buttonholes, and tied in a knot. To see all the completed pages, the 4 pages for this 12 by 12 kit, please go to celebrationmoments.typepad.com. That would be celebrationmoments.typepad.com. Thanks for joining me. Good day.